Actually, I should probably move my mic. Shit, the show's gonna start in like a second.
Yeah,
that's better.
Some nice feedback on there. Oh
Yeah.
shit, it's gonna start.
Oh god. Hey everybody, it's the CrunchCast. We made it to number 40, the big 4-0. That means I don't know what. We got John Jones here, and he's in Austin, Texas, and surprise guest, Beniot Regimbal. Did I say that right?
Not bad.
Yeah. And those of you, everybody knows Ben. His name is Bill, the B1ll on Polycount, and he's pretty much the best. So he's gonna grace us with his presence. Where are you at now? You're in Korea? Is that right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
I guess South Korea probably.
Yeah, I'm not in North Korea. I don't think I can get there.
Yeah.
I don't think you can get back.
Probably. Yeah, I'm sure I can get in, but I don't think I can get back.
Yeah, that's it. You're locked down. Yeah, for anybody that doesn't know, Ben's website, BenRegimbal.com. It's basically a big dump of a ton of characters. So if you want to see a lot of content, he has got a lot of steps, a lot of wonderful things. You can check out that site and say, oh. Yeah, and you can hear the construction.
You can.
In the background of Bill's.
He's building his own Thunderdome.
Nice.
Yeah. Why not?
What
And
sounds
I'm
great.
talking from a closet now. You can see from my.
Oh yeah, yeah.
underwear.
Your drawers hanging in the background. Well, they look nice, you know.
Are those teddy bears?
Let's see.
I didn't need to. So
I don't know.
Ben's showing us his underwear.
Yeah, I mean, well, again, this is Ben's first time, so he doesn't know. It's a standard tradition. So you prefer boxers then over briefs, or?
I do.
Yeah. See, I like the support of a brief, but the comfort of a boxer. So I wear the boxer briefs.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, they're a good time. I just don't like my stuff going all over the place. You know, I like my support.
But you know, in Korea it's very humid, so it's better. You got the swamp ass down here, so
All the time. It's like sitting in a leather chair at work all day.
it's disgusting.
It's the worst.
Yeah, I work from the shower most of the time. That's how I roll.
Cool. Hey, what got you into making game art? I mean, video games were obviously around when you were born, but I mean, I was kind of at that age where there wasn't really a market for it at the time. I mean, like, how did you jump in? I mean, you didn't go to school for it, right?
No, I got in because of Half-Life, I think. That's what got me
Half-Life,
into it.
yeah. A good game brought in a lot of people. Like, for me, it was Doom and Quake. And, well, Quake because, you know, the internet.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's how I got in Half-Life. And I started with freelance, then, got in the industry, and back to freelance.
Yeah, once you're in, that's it. As long as you're just terrible or something, then you're out.
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to get out.
You definitely are suffering from a severe drought of terrible because, I mean, anybody can check your portfolio and see this is all pretty dang good. But yeah. You haven't been posting or updating too much lately. I guess you're probably just, busy freelancing it up.
Yeah, a few years. I don't have time for anything,
Yeah.
But when I started freelance, I had to post a lot of work, to get more clients and, for people to get to know me. But,
yeah, you need to build up your position.
Yeah. But right now, I have my regular clients. I don't really need to post more work, and I really don't have the time, actually. I know it's very shameful, but...
hey, maybe one day you just say, hey, guys, here's an art dump, and you just post a bunch of images.
Yeah, exactly.
Once a year kind of thing, remind everybody what the fuck is up.
I know.
Hey, get back in your place. My name's Bill. Here's my art.
Yeah, I think it's been so long, people forgot about me.
Well,
you got a
Dude, you've made so much art. Instead of doing a big art dump, you've made so much different kind of art. Just go on Polycount into different people's threads. Find something similar you've made, or it doesn't even matter. Just post something you made in the thread. Just don't say a fucking thing. So no matter how good whatever they have is, it's just like, yeah, I did this. And then just do that and then leave for like a year.
Yeah.
Just destroy every thread.
Just post something random every now and again into what you're working on. Get in the weekly recap every week.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, posting an image. I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do freelance, so you get to travel around, I guess. Is that something you like to do, or is it just, have you been in Korea for a long time?
I've been here for a year, maybe.
Okay.
Wow. Already.
Yeah, it's moving fast.
You're just jamming around. Oh, where are you from originally?
Canada, Montreal.
Right on. There's so many Canadian fans of this show.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be great.
I can speak in French then.
Oh yeah?
Hey, salut tout le monde! Yeah, nobody got that.
I'm gonna translate that later. It's probably something filthy.
Fuck you, you got no idea what the fuck it means.
I just figured you said hello.
You got it! Nice.
I know a little bit of Spanish. Hola.
Let's make this show in Korean. It's much better. 안녕하세요.
Was that a good laugh or a bad laugh?
Yeah, that was laughing at my terrible Korean.
Well, dude, Asian languages are the hardest on earth to learn. And you were brave to move there. Just go, fuck it, Korea.
Yeah, but sometimes it's very difficult. I don't understand.
Holy crap.
Jeez.
For those that don't know, for those about the Ada video, I know that he's not in Japan, but Ben was just attacked by Mothra. I mean, it's Mothra. He can go wherever he wants. It's not like there's no barriers.
Be careful, it's live on the internet. Sorry, Sun is just poking right next to me, but she's not dressed, so I don't want to post that on the internet. It's not for your eyes.
Nice.
I'm watching you.
So I like the jabbing the finger.
I just want to throw this out there real quick. One of our regulars, Jesse Sosa, as you know him as Skinker Zero. He just announced his company Dinosaur, which is dinosaurentertainment.com, and their game, the MechKnight Chronicles, which you can find at mechknightgame.com. Just want to throw that out there because that happened, and he's not here to talk about it, even though he talked about it last week.
It still looks cool as hell.
Yeah, it's like congratulations to him. It's his company, it's his thing, it's his jam. He's doing what he wants. Godspeed, my friend. He's moving tonight, right? That's why he's not here?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, did he quit his job?
I don't know.
I believe so, yeah. He was at King's Isle for a while.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was a contractor for at least part of that. And I think he was working on his company. Well, I know he was working on his company just whenever he wasn't working, when he was contracting. And now he's ready. And have you seen that stuff, Ben?
Yeah, I did. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, I dig it.
But it looks old school, I think.
It's like clean, kind of. It's almost like one of those retro kind of looks, where someone tries to make something look like a video game, but with nice new art.
I love that.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Tiny Tower?
No, I've heard about
I've heard
it.
it.
It's an iPhone and iPad game. It is straight up 8-bit pixel art, like something you'd play in the original NES, except the engine is just like the game itself is really fluid and slick, but it's 100% perfect pixel art. There's tons and tons of art. It is awesome. I'm kind of obsessed. It's a free game, but just the art style is amazing. Tiny Tower. When you guys get a chance, look at it because it's the best cool pixel art I've seen in forever.
Yeah, I wish I could do pixel art. It looks awesome.
Oh, you could probably do that. You've got a strong command of those low poly, low end stuff. So.
Yeah.
That's right up your alley, right?
Just build a character like fully in 3D, but just with cubes, all the same size. You could do that. I know you won't, but you could.
Yeah, you got that right. You know, you can't think that I will do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not good.
I could see you doing like a big middle finger.
Oh, really?
Actually, that would be kind of cool to see. So like a 3D pixel art. I guess that'd be voxel or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Jesse has his thing going on now. There last weekend was the Rooster Teeth Texas convention. You guys know Red versus Blue?
Yes. Yeah, it's like a Halo show, right?
Yeah,
At least it was back in the day.
I don't know if they still do it. I think they do. But Rooster Teeth, the guys that started Red versus Blue and have been doing it for years, they have a huge community, and they just ran a big show here in Texas. They had, I think, 30,000 tickets pre-sold at $50 each, like almost immediately as soon as they announced it without even any programming. But it was here in Austin. It went really well. And Jesse got to show off his game there. He had like this huge sword from the game that he had made. Yeah, I saw some pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, he posted those on
like
Facebook.
It did really well.
And I saw some on Twitter as well. They were pretty neat.
So he's doing this out of his own money, or does he have funding or something?
I'm not sure. I mean, I assume he probably has funding, but I don't know for certain. I haven't really talked to him a lot about it. I don't see him that much, just the CrunchCast and sometimes my beer night. He's just a busy guy.
Everybody's but busy.
That's just
So
what they
many-
say. Slave to the life.
Yeah, it's hard work.
No, I gotta. Going to come hang out? No, I gotta draw something.
Yeah.
Come hang out? No, I gotta model a fucking dumpster. I gotta work on my portfolio. I'm gonna model a fire hydrant.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Sorry I can't go out drinking and hitting on hot chicks, guys. I have to make a crate.
Yeah.
Nice. That's my story right there.
Yeah. I don't like to make grades.
I'm not a crate guy. And by the way, Chris wanted to pimp you a little. Last night you posted something really fucking cool to YouTube.
Oh yeah.
The UDK level. Tell us.
Well,
about it.
yeah, it's a little level I was working on. I wanted to do one of those one texture levels because not just one texture, but it's like one diffuse and one normal. And that's it. They're just fun to do. I've done them before back in the past, and one thing I think that's fun about them is they're kind of easier to do than people think. I mean, once you get beyond that technical hurdle of how do I do this texture?
Well, can you screen share that while you talk about it?
It's in the videos.
Oh, okay.
But I have to bring it up and stuff. Actually, I just bring it up on the internet. The internet.
It's damn awesome.
That's cool.
Ben, if you get a chance, check it out. It looks fucking ridiculous, and that you did it with only one texture tells me you're some kind of wizard or witch or something.
You were a game developer before a certain year?
I don't know.
Nah. Kids
Wow,
don't
how
understand that.
can you keep this so efficient? I shipped PlayStation 2 titles? I mean,
Yeah, the PlayStation 2 is pretty cool.
there's a lot of limits back then.
It's like a 256 by 256. They make them that small?
Yeah, way smaller than that. What was that? Like I remember you made like characters of a handful of 32s or something like that.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
terrible.
Like good old
That's
days.
fun. Yeah.
When I was working on Daxter, the technical specifications of the PSP and that engine were still pretty high, but I do full screen size characters with I think a 256 and a 128 and have to get a lot of detail out of it. I use this horrible UV folding shit. Like I'd have 128 by 128 on one texture be just some random folds, and I take like a 2,000 or 3,000 poly model and then just perform a fucking abortion on the UVs, and then just try and make that good and get as much texture resolution of it as I could without going outside the 4x4, which sucked because I had to subdivide everything and stay under a polycount. Sorry. God, that was like 6 years ago. Fuck.
Good times. Yeah, so anyway, I just showed a little bit of videos of the scene. It's based on kind of a one-on-one map made for UT3. Just simple old school deathmatch map. Nothing too fancy, having a good time. Trying to push some features and trick people into thinking I'm good at what I do. And so far I've got like one reply, so that's one guy I got. Nailed
That's
him.
better than nothing.
Either that or he's just being nice.
Yeah, probably.
I'll reply to this
channel-
thread so my signature's in another page, so people get more links on my sites.
So you did that for fun?
Yep. I just love making levels,
Yeah,
It's one of those things that, well, I explain it to people like, I work at work, then I come home and goof off. I make so much stupid stuff, like art that's not even that great. I'm like, hey, look at this garbage. Sure was fun to run around on. Sure was a stress reliever from dealing with a whole bunch of crap at work. So yeah, that's just my gimmick. I just like to doodle. And speaking of games, have anybody seen this new? It's one of those free games, and it's based on like a meme, like something awful message boards. The game called Slender.
Oh, Slender Man?
Well, it's based on Slender Man. This particular free to play game is called Slender, and it's gotten so popular that I guess the site might be down now, but you can still get it on Reddit.
Anyway, it's awesome.
I'll link it in the chat or in the video information. But yeah, it's one of those kind of like roguelike, I guess. Well, not really roguelike. It's just a game that when you start up, you're in the woods, it's dark, you got a flashlight, you can turn it on or off, and there's a guy chasing you through the woods, and if he touches you, the game shuts down. It's all audio based and super freaking scary apparently. So everybody's loving it, having a good time.
Very cool.
Yeah, free games are fun, and it's cool when they get attention, so they deserve it.
It's amazing how much money free games can make. It's ridiculous. Like that Tiny Tower game, it's free, but you can buy stuff in the game that will let you finish. Like you build floors on your little tower, it'll let you finish building a floor sooner, or just all sorts of other crap. I've never paid a microtransaction in my life, but in 2 hours with that game, I spent like $60.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
I don't anymore. I'm okay now, but yeah, it's amazing how much money those can make. Lord of the Rings Online, when that went free to play, I don't remember the number. I think they started making 3 to 4 times as much money as they did when people paid for it.
Mm.
Well, yeah, those free to play models. That's where, oh my God, so many people are going that direction, and just in this next generation of games is going to be just another leap towards that. Like that stuff is just going to grow. This is basically your first wave of free to play, So as the market grows and people figure out how to really get the most out of this whole genre, it's going to be great. I mean, people look at things like, oh, free to play is something new, or say like people releasing a game and it making money. Oh, that's something new. Well, not really. If you think about, Counter-Strike is one of the earliest forms of a mod making a lot more money than I'm sure the people that made it ever thought it would have ever made. And on top of that, Counter-Strike made so much money for the industry as a whole because it pretty much single-handedly built that genre.
Yeah.
When Counter-Strike came out, everybody that was playing FPS was playing stuff like Quake. There wasn't a realistic shooter that was really good. And then after Counter-Strike, boom, every game is Counter-Strike. Like they're all just based on that. They're built on that model.
I remember Rainbow Six tried to be all realistic, but I think Counter-Strike was the first fun one.
Yeah, and so many things have done the same model. I mean, Minecraft came up that way. A lot of what Valve pushes came up that way. Original Portal, stuff like that. And it's good to see an MMO that comes out before the free-to-play model is hot or whatever, or they didn't implement it, and the game kind of flounders, but then they implement the free-to-play and it stays alive. Like, that's always good, because again, it's one of those things that just keeps people employed, keeps games out there, keeps more stuff for people to do. It's great.
I like it very much. The League of Legends guys, Riot Games, their League of Legends is free to play. They have 30 million active players, which is 3 times as many as World of Warcraft.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
And they got bought I want to say a year ago for $400 million.
I'm sure everybody that works somewhere knows a bunch of people that play League of Legends.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
so many people that play that. And yeah, it's all
Yeah.
microtrans. They're like, they'll always talk about all this money they spent on some shit. Like, oh look, I got this hat, but it makes my foot better. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. I haven't actually played the game.
Feet, they're a very big thing in the game.
Oh, it's huge, apparently, according to the fan fiction I keep seeing. I don't know what that's about, but
I'm trying as hard as I can not to imagine that.
cool.
I
It's
don't
great.
want.
Good choice. Good choice. So what's this thing? Speaking of games, what's this thing you're all hot about, John? It's the new Android console. How do you even say that pile of
Ouya?
vowels?
Ouya?
Ouya.
Ben, have you heard of this?
Ouya.
What? Ouya?
Ouya. It's a new console. It was on Kickstarter.
Why? I can't even say it. Ouya?
Ouya, yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a-
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's an odd name. It's a very cool thing, though. It is, from what I understand, it's backed by Ed Freeze, the guy Freeze, that created the Xbox,
Oh, really?
which is amazing. There are some other people on board with it. It's a $99 Android console, the size of a Rubik's Cube, with a badass controller that's a living room console. And it sells for $99, or that's the idea. And it's every console is also a dev kit. So anybody can develop with that and have a dev kit for a living room console for $99, which is amazing. And they're still coming out with details, and I'm still trying to fully understand it. But the idea is that everything on that console will be free to play, and either it may be microtransaction only, it may be just a demo of the game, but everything will be free to play. So it'll support microtrans, subscriptions, buying the full game. Everything on the system will be like that, and they have an Xbox Live system built on Android to let you go through, see all these games, and give independent developers a chance to get their games out there on the system. And they put it up on Kickstarter yesterday or the day before. It's the fastest. It's the fastest Kickstarter ever.
Yeah.
They
According
wanted
to this,
$950,000, and they had 1 million in only 8 hours.
well, according to this article, it says they got a 400,000 in 2 days, but they're at 3,675,000 plus now, and they got
And they have
28 days to go. So yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like they're gonna make the Kickstarter.
So yeah, they made a lot of money off that. It's going to be pretty cool. It's been in the news everywhere. Wall Street Journal, I think the Washington Post. I might be making that up, but major newspapers all around the country and world are
Kind
talking
of looks like
about
a
it.
GameCube in these concepts, like a
Yeah,
silver
I know.
GameCube of a Xbox controller. But that's
But,
just a concept. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a silly picture.
There's a touchpad on the controller so that you can play Android games. The idea is for you to be able to play Android games pretty much anywhere. So if you develop something for the Ouya, it feels weird to say. If you develop something for the Ouya, you'll also be able to play it on Android tablets and Android phones, and the same way around.
Just pronounce it. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like that a lot better. But people are seeing it as like the indie game developer's dream. And I think that's pretty cool. I actually announced today that I'm working with a startup on a launch title for the Oh Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. There will be more information on that soon, and I'll be blogging and talking about it forever.
Cool.
But
I wish
I'm
I could talk
really
about what I'm working on.
I can't believe they're doing a Sesame Street GTA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. Are we recording?
Leaked.
Wow, that would be nice.
Leaked. It's Sesame Street, but it's got ads. Get it? Never mind. Well, yeah, that looks really cool, and that's it's one of those things. sounds great. We'll see it when it happens, but the people behind it seem like it's
Yeah.
probably gonna happen. It's not like the Phantom or, just some invisible console that never was.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, everybody did.
That's the worst name for a thing never to come out.
Is the
since
Phantom.
Duke Nukem Forever.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It's like naming. What was that Family Guy joke where he named his boat better than Batman, Superman, the Hulk, and Thor all combined, or something like that, where he listed off all the superheroes and said the boat was better than. Because you're supposed to.
I forgot that.
Because you can't curse a boat like that. I don't mean curse like hell and damn. I mean curse like a witch cast a curse on you, and then your butt itches.
It's like that's like Titanic arrogance. It's like the nothing can ever sink this, not even God. That'd be great.
It was unsinkable, you know.
If I was
died.
what?
People died. It's a sad.
Well, it happened over 100 years ago,
No,
and
just,
people weren't worth as much then as they are now. So I don't think I have to care as much.
no,
Oh, yeah.
That is very complicated.
Well, back then, when the ship started going down, they just locked the doors to the lower decks.
Yeah, that's smart.
And that was that. You only have so many lifeboats. I mean, that's how it works. These aren't my rules.
Well, it's a smart rule.
It does make sense. If I was in that situation, I'd probably be just throwing women and kids off the boat just to get to a lifeboat. Well, not mine,
Yeah.
but
I don't think it's smart to say woman and kid first. I mean, they can't push the boat away. It's not gonna work. It's just gonna go in circle.
I heard
that's
I
true.
heard a
It'd be
horrible joke
terrible.
about that.
Children are useless.
Oh shoot,
Yeah.
who was the comedian? I recently saw a comedian, and he had the joke of why his girlfriend asked, why do men make a certain percentage more than women? And he says, because I have to wait on the fucking boat. It's like these little, referring to all these weird little privileges and stuff. He's like, I have to die on this boat while you free pass out. It's like you never hear it.
Wow.
It's like, oh no, the building's on fire. First thing you hear, women and children first. So technically, that's kind of an old standard now, right? Nobody does that anymore.
Well,
it's like a
the
1930s
airplanes.
cartoon standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But airplanes are the opposite. Like if shit gets real and the oxygen masks come down.
Yeah, it's the opposite. Yeah,
they
don't
basically
help
say,
your kid.
Fuck your kids.
Don't help your kid. Just put this shit on.
Well, it's smart. I mean,
Yeah,
otherwise both of you are gonna die. At least one of you.
somebody has to live.
Oh, I know. And like I said, kids are useless. I mean, it's not like a kid's gonna save your life, you know.
Yeah, like if you're an older
Oh, yeah.
gentleman
Oh.
and there's a young lady next to you, you maybe can help her out.
Nah.
Okay. Thanks for saving that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Crap, I'm trying to adjust my levels. The audio's going way up and down. Are my microphone levels okay?
I don't know. It seems to have been consistent. For all I know, who cares?
Oh, I'm going off the wrong microphone. But if you could, never mind.
Nice. So yeah, Ben. People love this kind of stuff. Hey, what kind of tips do you have to any aspiring artists coming up?
Just change the industry.
Nice. That's what I usually always say. That's my first tip. I'm like, nah, just get out of here.
Don't bother.
Don't.
I don't know. Just practice and show your stuff on Polycount. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, there's no tricks.
That's what I think.
Yeah, just be good and work.
Yeah, be
Well,
good
thanks,
and
bro.
work. Very good. That's very
Yeah.
concise. We
Well,
needed it brief.
People always have attitudes. You know, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to just
Yeah.
do it and shut up.
Yeah, you see a lot of threads like that. People do these in the general discussion where they're like, help me, I got a problem, and I can't do stuff.
Yeah, how can I get in the industry? Just make a portfolio, just practice.
I know it is, it's really hard for some people, but it's sometimes lightning just doesn't strike.
Mm.
Sometimes somebody can be good, and it just, for whatever reason, it didn't work out. Like, they just didn't apply enough or didn't hit the right place at the right time. Yeah, you could be a dope artist and apply somewhere, and like, oh, position's filled. And you didn't know.
No,
And they didn't even reply, so you feel like a piece of shit, so you don't know why you didn't get the job. Then you lose confidence, and you don't apply somewhere else. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. All I have to do is just learn to tell everybody else to fuck off, and it's served me well. But not just say, go ahead.
It helps, to post on Polycount and shit like that. I mean, when people start to notice your name and your art, it's much easier, I believe.
Right.
At least that's what I think.
Yeah. It seems like having that kind of memorable piece, like one thing you do really well, obviously, is because you're well developed. People can usually, when you post something like, okay, that's a Bill piece that you can recognize. It's got kind of your look, and there's a lot of people like that just, when you're like, oh, quickly scrolling, okay, that was so and so. Like, oh, shoot. Like, how do you say that one guy's name? Tactic Math.
Yeah.
He always has that. You can always just like quickly scroll through him. Oh, there's one of his. Didn't even have to think about it. I knew it.
Yeah.
And I think that's definitely a bonus.
Yeah, but you can't push it.
Yeah, you can't.
Remember.
You can't just develop a style.
That's my style.
Yeah.
That's not your style.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst thing when if you're a very amateur artist and you're getting critiques from people and you go, oh, it's just my style. No, it's not. Step one.
But it's never an excuse.
Yeah, it's never an excuse. It's not an excuse for bad art. Like, oh, I gotta explain it. Shit. I kind of heard it like when you start doing something, you're just basically doing an impression of someone else that you like that does it. Like, I'm just kind of following their guide, sort of like the Apprentice type step.
Yeah.
But then after you've done, so many thousand repetitions, so many thousand hours, kind of thing, you start developing more about like what you like to do. Like you find the things that you do and you do well.
Yeah.
And then the next step is saying, okay, I've found it. Now I've kind of pulled that all together. But then when you've mastered that, I think the big final fourth step is being able to make art like you want it to do, where you have these stylizations and stuff.
Yeah.
But the way you make it, people look at it and understand that.
Yeah.
Basically, you're translating your thoughts to people's heads, as opposed to when you're not very good, people are just looking at your art and it's their interpretation, as in like, oh shoot, it's a bad way of putting it. But anyway, that's the idea.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I heard that.
You just don't create your own style. You develop one. You have to get good at the fundamentals, know the goals that you need to hit just to be good and get the standard fundamentals down, and then from there something will develop. You'll stumble across an idea like, oh, I was never able to do this way before.
Stumble across is the best. You're like, just learned something great. I just clicked the wrong button and did this thing I never did, and oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, or
a little push modifier here and there helps his teeth out.
Exactly, just
something
like
silly.
Mesh smooth makes everything look better.
Whoa, yeah, if I just fucking smooth my models, they look high poly.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Just all these little magic tricks.
It is.
Yeah, and see, the funny thing is, Ben actually isn't a very good artist. He's just a very good programmer and scripter. He has a make a model button that he's developed. He pretends to be a great artist. Hits one button, done.
That'd be neat.
Done. That's how I roll.
It's the make something cool button.
It is.
You should trademark that.
Nah. Seems like artwork.
You're correct.
Yeah. I always am.
And so humble.
Oh, I truly am.
Yeah, the reason I'm so great is because I've stayed humble.
Yeah,
It's one of my old favorites.
Uh,
And hey, and by the
that-
way, folks, if you haven't seen the ESPN Olympic Nudes, then you should check them out.
Yes.
There's some pretty
Post
awesome
the link.
images, especially for like artistic references, because ESPN took all these artistic nude photos. It's like like people like in running poses and stuff. Where you don't see a bunch of like a big boner flopping around. All that's hidden. So they're like classic statues and stuff.
no, it's nice, but if a client send me that one day and ask me to make that model, I'm gonna say fuck you.
Fuck you. Yeah. But yeah, one of the biggest benefits is you're actually getting Olympic physiques. And these are people these are people that are actually athletes that do things, so that the way their bodies are built are sport specific, which is just great for artists to really get a better idea of how muscles work. I mean, when you could look at bodybuilders and that's awesome, but when you get these direct, like just action, like these are motions, these are physiques that you could see on a caveman or some like barbarian swinging axes at people's heads, that kind of stuff. And Ronda Rousey's in there. She could kill people while looking good. It's very important.
Hey, Ben, do you see the links for posting in the chat?
Ah, I got it. Sorry.
Yeah, the photos are awesome.
Yeah, I got it. My Google Plus is in French. Who the fuck knows what chat is in French? I don't know.
I think it's a browser setting,
Yeah, too late now. I got it.
or they know you.
Yeah, they know everything. Nice. It's really good picture.
Yeah. And when I was looking for that, oh my god, this is ridiculous. When I was looking for that, I found 2008 Beijing Olympics nudes. So they're going through all the female swimmers in the 2008, like for the swimming during the 2008 Olympics. They're showing photos of the girls like from magazines and whatnot, like posing for this and that. And then pictures of their nipples slipping out of their swimsuits in freeze frames during the Olympics. This is sad.
That is what people like.
Oh my god, that wrestler. Jesus. Wow, okay, well I'm going to post that picture for you guys, but that's not for the public.
Was it not safe for work?
Technically. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, yeah, it's one of these kind of comedy pictures where... That's not bad.
Not terrible, but I mean, she's really digging.
Yeah, it's basically like two female wrestlers, and one appears to be jamming her fingers in the butt of the other. But they're not pornographic. It's like the Olympics. It's they're
I got it.
wrestling in the Olympics, and this is what this picture is
I'm
from.
sure it's a special move.
It's actually in wrestling you see that pretty commonly, but the way she's doing it seems a bit aggressive. Or like they I forget what the term is, like post, like hold.
Well,
It's a good way to
term
control
is
the body.
finger up your ass. That's the
Yes.
term.
It's
I don't know
very.
what the term is, but you know.
They don't use that move often.
Or they call it fingering, I think.
Yeah, she has good 2 or 3 fingers aimed right for. Wow, we're going on about that.
Yeah, I
it's
don't know
fun.
why I joined this chat. These people are disgusting.
The conversations you and I have fucking had, you're calling us disgusting.
It's just his angle. Hey, John, is that a piano hat? Looks like piano keys. No, it's knives. Okay. John has a hat, and it's a ball cap style hat, and it's got a bunch of knives on it. But the way they're all vertically placed and dark, so they look like piano keys.
Yeah,
So from a distance, it looks like you're in a piano, but when you get up close, you're like, oh, this guy's a psycho.
Actually, you see that blood on it?
Yeah.
That's real.
Whoa.
Oh, is that the cap you wore when you hit your head or whatever happened
Yeah.
there?
He stood up too fast right into a ceiling fan.
Yeah, probably.
I fell down a flight of stairs and hit my head in a boulder. Check out the inside.
Gross.
Just watch it. Watch it.
I
watch
did.
It.
It won't come out.
His blood is there forever, right?
Just throw it out. What the hell?
I spent like $30 on this hat. And the blood looks like it belongs with all the.
It kind of accentuates it. It's like a T-shirt with a shark on it. It's got some blood.
30
Exactly.
bucks? I thought
No,
cat
dude,
would.
I've watched this so many times. It won't come out.
Throw it out.
I like the hat.
Put
I don't
some
wear it
vinegar.
outside. Like my girlfriend would go just nuts. She'd just feel terrible if she ever saw me wear this. So she doesn't watch the CrunchCast. Well, now I'm sure she will.
No. Yeah,
Do
watch
I?
it. I'm gonna tell her to watch it.
God damn it!
Well, that's very smart.
Yeah, he's wearing that fucking hat again.
Let's throw that out.
I generally hide it, so she can't see it. Like, yeah, I could have died. That did suck, but I love the hat. It's my memento.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you need a memento of like a horrible, tragic accident. It helps.
Yeah, that was fun. When they took me to the hospital that night, it was like an hour and a half drive. My horrible cunt ex was with me. She thought I was faking, and she was just being a huge bitch about it. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. I was waiting to get to the emergency room, and I was out of it. I had a concussion. I was pissed off at her, so I waited for her to go talk to the doctor to ask when I would see him. So when she walked away, I got out of my wheelchair and ran. I just ran into the parking lot, and I was trying to run home in the middle of almost nowhere, like in the north part of Austin. It would take me like 3 hours to walk home with a massively bleeding head wound. They had to send security after me to chase me down, grab me, and take me back in so I'd see a doctor.
Jesus.
Yeah, concussions are weird.
You know, that can happen if you get hit in the head because you don't really know what's going on. But you feel super confident. It's like that oxygen deprivation. I saw a recent video on this. Like, what is that, hypoxia or something like that? I could just be making up that word.
Yes. But, I learned that from a Frontline Assembly song.
Nice, there you go. But the idea is as you're getting less oxygen, like around you, like say you're like high elevation, like really high, like people that climb Mount Everest die because of this all the time, like 100 people a day. I don't know why they just don't shut down that place. It basically what it does is it makes you just stupid, like completely dumb, but also very confident. So you feel like you're fine, but you can't answer like any like basic question. You're just like
So it's like drinking a lot.
Something like that, yeah. And basically what happens is people die because they don't know.
Right after they took me back inside, after I fell down, they were trying to get my phone from me. So they would call my girlfriend at the time. And I wouldn't give it to them because I was fucked up and I was thinking it would make her mad. And I was right, but I would not give my phone up. I was being a huge dick about it. I was bleeding like crazy and I was just being an asshole. Then one person said, "Oh, well, I just want to look at your apps." And I said, "Oh, okay," and just hand it right over and then just forgot everything. That's the last... It's sort of the last thing I remember. When you're in that...
When they're using those techniques, they know you're just, like, the head is fucked up.
It's pretty funny. Like, now it's funny, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't funny at first.
Yeah, you'll see that in fights a lot when a guy gets knocked down by, like, a blow to the head or something like that. And the ref will stop it, and the guy, you'll see him get up and he'll be like, "What happened?" And the ref will tell him, and he'll go, "What happened?" And that's basically what happens to your brain for the next 30 minutes, or it could be way longer. It just depends.
Yeah, like getting knocked out
dangerous.
Is fucking bad for you.
Oh god, it's horrible. Yeah, let me just rattle your brain around inside your skull. That's gonna work out. And I think
it's starving your brain of oxygen or some fucked up shit like that.
That's also
just
bad. Yeah,
getting knocked out is horrible, horrible news. Like in movies, they make it seem like no big deal, but yeah. Getting hit in the head is bad. If nobody else learns anything from this CrunchCast, know this. Getting hit in the head is really bad.
Yeah, for some people.
Yeah, for some people.
Fuck you.
That's one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons I've heard that it's like really dangerous for boxers and stuff when they cut a lot of weight, because when they cut a lot of weight, all the water. It's also like the water that's the sealant between the skull and the brain, like that liquid. They get sometimes when they're cutting a lot of weight, like that liquid will also be depleted quite a bit, and then they don't have enough protection for their brains to take shots in the head. So yeah, it's a dangerous, scary thing. You gotta drink water, bro.
God, I do need to drink more water.
I got one of these big ass glasses. It says enjoy Coca-Cola, but I always put water in it.
Good to have a nice big glass. I think I'll drink some water tonight.
Hooray!
I'm trying to get more in the habit. It's really hot here. It's so for Ben Celsius, I think like 39.
Oh, nice.
It's actually no, it's cooler than that because it's been raining really bad. But it fucking sucks here, and I sweat and get dehydrated all the time.
Oh yeah, you guys finally got some rain. You know, we got some rain finally after all of Colorado burned down. It rained over the weekend.
Oh God, I forgot about that. What happened with that?
I'm in Denver, and it was mostly around Denver.
Mm-hmm.
So we were fine, but it was really smoky, and it sucked because it was dry, and we didn't really get to have a 4th of July. No one shot off fireworks because everything was canceled because of this.
No, dangerous.
Yeah, it's just like a big fire hazard. Like they had a big fire ban all over Colorado. Yeah, it happens.
I'm not American.
But then over the weekend, flash floods. It's great.
Yeah, same here. There's hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. There was 7 inches of rain in 2 days, somewhere south of Austin. Texas doesn't half-ass anything. If it's going to rain, if it's going to be rain longer than an hour, it's going to seem like the end of the fucking world.
It's over. Yeah. We have one of those rains where it's like it doesn't happen for very long, but it happens there's so much that every intersection is full of water and everything is full of water. So what I did, I was biking over to my friends to watch the UFC, and I see a puddle, and I'm like, I can bike right through that, no problem. Ended up being knee deep. So my feet got wet. But,
that sucks.
But that's okay because I had a change of socks in my backpack. That's how I roll.
Smart.
Gotta be ready.
That is smart. Whenever I biked out, it was only I think 3 miles, but I'd always pack extra shit just in case. Plus, I clip in. I have the shoes that are clips.
Yeah, well, you get super sweaty too.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. It's like disgusting, especially in the summer.
Yep.
I had to wash my pants like every day just because it was fucking sweaty. Ladies.
Let me tell you just how sweaty I am. The Brody Stevens joke. I get B.O. in the shower. Well, right on. Yeah, I guess we can wrap this one up then. Keep it short, keep it simple, having a good time. It's good having Ben here. Hey, babe, Ben, you got anything you want to promote or?
I don't have anything.
Good to go. You're like, I got nothing going on. And fuck you.
Well, I got many things going on.
The only thing I got going on is counting this paper, which means money.
It's hard work.
Cool. How about you, John?
So awesome. Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on. It was awesome. Like, this is the first time. So I've known Ben for like 10 years.
Yeah.
More? Something? This is the first time I've ever actually seen his face.
It's crazy.
Disappointing.
Really?
I've seen better.
Yeah, well.
You did your best.
I can't please everybody.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
Yes.
Well, right on, yeah. Thanks for everybody listening. Be sure you can check us out on crunchstudios.com where you can find all the videos and the audios. You get the MP3s, you get the downloads, you get links to Facebook. You like that, and everybody likes that. YouTube, Vimeo, we're all on there. Twitter, shit. You on Twitter, Ben?
Nah.
Nah, you don't need that.
Who wants to know what I'm doing all day?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I just had some pancakes. Retweet.
Yeah,
Who wants to know what you do all day? Haven't you seen the other podcast we do, the Ben Cast? We're like episode 90. It's all about your life.
Whoa.
You've never
Really?
seen this.
Yeah, it must be.
They're like
very-
10,000 subscribers, man.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
more
They have
than
a
done.
mine.
fan following.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for coming on. It's good talking to you.
My pleasure.
And hey, I think it's gonna happen this week. 100,000 views on YouTube. I think it's gonna happen. I think it's
Awesome. Woo!
I caught it. And
Congratulations.
and another Brody Stevens joke. It only took 100,000 videos. All right. Thanks, guys.
So,
All right.